when I first saw this truck, it had this camper shell on it. And the first thing I thought was, that looks like farm truck. So I primered this gray, and I went over it with a white. So I'm going to go ahead and mask off the white so I can paint the orange on and really make this thing look like a farm truck. So bear with me here as I get this thing taped up. It's going to take me a few minutes. I've got some really ratty masking tape here that I purchased at a flea market. See, so what I'm wanting to do, clearly I want to tape the, tape up the camper shell here. The tailgate's definitely going to be orange. I got some nice coverage here. Another piece here. Let's see if I can get this. Like I said, I'm going to paint some orange over this. Get this to look like farm truck. Masking tape is the worst. I didn't want to get fingerprints on this thing, so I'm wearing gloves today. And farm truck has, has like a white cab, right? Just gotta go cover up this as best we can. A very excruciating ordeal. I keep getting my fingers caught everywhere. Yeah, definitely a lot easier than it looked. I know it's a Ford and farm truck's a Chevy, but I think it'll still work. A lot of people are going to be upset about that. My daughter and I used to watch Street Outlaws quite a bit. Big fans of the show. We like the cars. A few of the races are really cool. Not all of them are cool, but a few of them are really cool. Okay, I got the paint done. The orange paint's on here. I'm just going to peel off this masking tape. Hopefully everything turned out okay. We'll see how it goes. This is the camper shell. And like I said, this is going to be for my example of, I guess, a farm truck. If it were a Ford. I know, a farm truck's a Chevy, so I'll probably get a lot of messages regarding some hate. Or people trying to tell me it's a, it's a Chevy, it's not a Ford. As if I haven't clearly stated that a couple times already. We'll see. See how this goes. The first time I masked off a Hot Wheel like this, so I've never done this before. So hopefully it turned out alright. Oh, you see some peeling paint there. But that's alright. I can touch that up with a little white. So I'm not too worried. I think it'll do, and we'll see how this does here. So we'll peel this off. Hopefully it doesn't take off any of the orange like I had there. But I am going to add some, like a wash to it. 'Cause farm truck's pretty dirty, so that doesn't look too bad. Let's see how this peels off. Hopefully this is going to be okay. Because at the bottom of farm truck, it's actually got some white paint. You can see it looks like it peeled off some of the white there. It's alright. I'm not too concerned, like I said. Oh, not too bad. Probably a little cleanup. Not terrible. Now if I mount this on here, we'll see how farm truck's going to look here once we get this snapped on. This should just snap into place. That looks pretty good. What do you think? Very cool. I think I'll paint the windows in black. I gotta get a little orange on there. Not a big deal. We'll get it close. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Not bad. Overall, not a bad job. A little bit of touch up to do, but even that is probably gonna be okay. All right, let's see how this thing comes together, and let's see if I can find the rest of my pieces I set aside. Okay, I never did clean the window off. He's got an orange window. Oh well, we'll clean that up. I'll put that in. Basically, it'll look like that. I'll go wash that with some soap and water and wash the base. Unfortunately, I don't have wheels like the rally type wheels that are on farm trucks, so I'm just going to take these. I'm going to paint them white and then muck them up a little bit so they'll look kind of similar. I'm just going to Like I said, I'm going to paint them all white inside. I think we'll be okay with that. I'll go clean this up and I'll be back. Looks like the wheel's a little bent. Hopefully I can straighten that out some. No, I think it'll be okay. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, I washed things down a bit. Just kind of cleaned up the plastic. Just used some soap and water, so I didn't do a whole lot there. Relatively easy task for what I was doing. So now I want to take a fine brush. I think I'm going to get some black and just see if I can color in these windows on this camper here. They're just little, kind of difficult to see here, but I'm going to kind of paint the windows in. I'm going to try to do a decent job or anything so I don't have anything set there. See if I can hit this little spot here. You see it right on the windshield, right below the windshield there. Perfect. Slightly off, but you know what? No one's going to know. Especially when I add that wash. That'll look fine. Let's see if I can get this done. Okay, good enough, right? A little bit of orange smudge there. Okay, farm truck, you're looking pretty good. I don't care about the little black on the bottom because we're going to add some damage. You know, farm truck has a big dent in the door. There's a lot of mess there. Farm truck's pretty weathered as far as the vehicle goes. Intentionally, I think, on his part, because I think he wants it to look, you know, like the thing couldn't win a race. That's how he gets a lot of his money, right? He just tricks people into racing him with their fast vehicles. We're not gonna go for perfection here. We just want it to look like his white wheels, you know. Oh, I'll try to get it in those grooves down in there. We'll make sure everything still spins, hopefully. It may or may not when I'm done. Well, we're going to snap this into place there, and hopefully that'll stay now. Actually, I looked at some pictures of farm truck online, you know, yesterday or something. I noticed the rims were white. I noticed they were like a rally type wheel. No hubcaps. They look like steel wheels to me. So I'm just going to try to mimic that here a little bit. Just by coloring these in to where they don't have a whole lot of definition. Then we'll dirty them up when I'm done. But right now, that's farm truck. I'm gonna add a little bit of a wash, kind of muddy this thing up a bit. Let's add some glue, get this thing glued together. This will have to do, and I'll just add a little glue here. I'll let that set, and that should hold it. We'll add a little drop there and there. I think this will help out a lot. Yeah, my wheels will still roll. This vehicle, farm truck, you'll see that it, there's a lot of rust, especially the rear bumper. Rear bumper is almost completely rusted. It's quite a mess. So let me get a decent stippling brush here. Let's see what I have. We're just gonna muck that up a lot here. Let's see if we can add some rust. Make it look pretty awful. You can see that kind of works there. I'm going to get right on top a little bit more. I'm just kind of dabbing it on. Just trying to hit some spots. Really make it look nasty. You can see that's actually working there pretty good. Okay, looking at some photos. It mainly has some spots like black and brown. Kind of just little bits here throughout the white stuff here. Let's add some rust in the front. When the wheels are mostly a mess, and it's intentionally bad, Farm truck does not want it to look pretty because it's easier, I think, to take people's money if they really think it's a hunk of junk, He races a lot of like supercars and expensive performance cars. I'm just gonna see if I can get a nasty brown. See if we get that to dry on this. I'm just gonna kind of smear it on. But I think it's gonna make a nice wash, even though it's gonna be fairly wet. We'll kind of get it on here. You don't want that white to look too white. If this can dry like that, I'm not sure if it will, but if it can dry like that, I think it'll look pretty darn good. I'm hoping it'll more or less just stain this thing, Should look pretty good. I'm going to add just a little more to the front here. Add some streaks. Just some brown. Add a little bit more on the hood here. And that would be my farm truck.